what's going on YouTube? Marine X back at it again. Listen, we're always trying to find survival kits, bug out bags, get home bags, but we're usually thinking about something that's going to help us get from A to B within our own state. What if we want a survival kit that's going to work not only where we live, maybe when we go visit family, but what if you want a kit that's going to work basically in over 150 countries? I bring you the SOLKOA Traveler's Emergency Essentials Kit. Now, this is called their T20 kit. I want to jump right into this thing and talk about why this might be the kit that you can purchase and bring with you nearly every country, state, city that you go to, and have just a little bit of emergency kit with you no matter where you are. But first, if you're the type of person that likes man cave stuff, emergency stuff, EDC, hit that subscribe button below. We would love to have you a part of the battalion. And most definitely make sure you have on notifications, all notifications, that when we post, you get that on the channel. So first off, before we talk about the kit, let's talk about SOLKOA. If I'm saying it wrong, my bad, I apologize for that. But you know, this is a service disabled veteran owned company. They are mostly known for their SEER equipment. SEER stands for survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. The biggest thing about SEER training is that it is a risk mitigation process that is used in the military to, quite frankly, help you survive certain situations. They do a lot of training in the Northeast and different parts of the world. So they provide different type of equipment, some of it's military grade, that you can purchase and have one and done solutions. SOLKA or SOLKOA stands for the lone warrior. Basically, it's teaching you the ability to survive and resist on your own. Here we have a kit here, which is called the Traveler's Emergency Essentials Kit. Let's dive right into this thing and show what it is that can be a part of this kit, which might be useful for you. So let's bust this thing open. And on the outside of the kit, it just has a little card, talks about the Traveler Emergencies Kits. And inside it has a full breakdown of what's included. So obviously what they don't include, what they do include, which is a nice touch. So this entire kit's about 6 inches in length. It's about 4 inches in width, and it's less than an inch in depth. It is a usable cube. It's a reusable case. It does feel waterproof, or at least water resistant. Has a little loop on the outside if you want to attach this to a bag and not just let it get lost in the wilderness. Really nice one YKK zipper on the top, keeping this thing closed. Let's jump right into here and let's kind of just pull it all out and see what we got here. So the first thing we pull out here, it does have some cord. This is some type 1 nylon. This is about 100-pound test, so it's not 550 cord, but it is 10 feet of it. And it's gonna be nice to have. 550 cord is way more bulky. It's hard to use. It's gonna be almost impossible. I have 550 cord on my wrist here. It's gonna be almost impossible to get 550 cord to any type of size down to this. So it does have a 100-pound test, which can come in handy in certain situations. They have some World Pack bags, which are some nice bags of, I don't know how many they give you. Looks like they give you, I'm almost resistant to bust this thing all the way open, but they give you the larger World Pack bag, huge, with a couple of tablets so that you can actually purify some water yourself. Huge bag to store a lot of water in. So they're giving you some stormproof matches. These are very long burning. They give you about 10 of them in here. Some fire starter kindling in the back, some accelerant. So this is actually some rubber, which is a kindling accelerant, which is illegal in a lot of different countries. That way you're not traveling through airports with tinder, but this is still flammable. This is similar to Ranger bands. So if you've ever seen Ranger bands and why they're so flammable, they're made out of a certain rubber, which is highly flammable. So they give you a couple of that so you can start several fires with this one small pack here. Now this whole kit is designed to be about 24 to 48 hours of survival. So imagine you're trying to survive in a car, right? You don't want to leave your vehicle. Imagine you're trying to survive maybe in the woods or a room of a house, maybe a hotel that doesn't have power, something like that. So that's the type of situations that I would probably deploy this kit when I'm traveling. They do give you a bunch of, so they give you some antibiotic ointment, they give you some aspirin, There's some anti-diarrhea medicines, and they give you some ibuprofen. Just a nice small kit, some antiseptics, some ointments. So you have a few options here, and then they give you a little bit of gauze as well. We have a photon light, which is actually pretty bright. You can actually see these lights from over a mile away. So nice little photon light. This is a Made in America light. They give you an emergency whistle, which itself has a bunch of cordage, so you can keep this around your neck, and they keep that tightly wound up with a rubber band, so you won't lose that. They give you a pencil just in case you need to take some notes, and they give you a Write in the Rain pad, this is one of the smallest Write in the Rain pads I've ever seen. I don't actually know if I've ever seen a Write in the Rain pad this small. It's pretty cool. And plenty of notes in here. They give you a little button compass, which at the end of the day, button compass is one of the most accurate compasses that you can have in your kit. And they give you a magnification lens so that you can use this to start a fire. You can also use this to try to signal, depending on how you catch the light. Moving on. So they're gonna give you some emergency egress masks. So this is good for smoke and fumes, toxic chemicals, biohazard, harmful particles. So this is good for the times that we're in, but this thing is not going to last forever, but this is going to help you get out of some of these situations that's listed here. It does have carbon built into this mask. Very, very nice addition. They give you one large weatherproof for a map, so you're going to have to add your own map in here. Of course, wherever you're going to be going, especially if you're going to be going to like a foreign country or a city you've never been to, you might want to buy a copy of the map for that place, stick it in this bag, fold it up. Now you got your compass, your Write in the Rain pen, just in case you have to hoof it. You don't have, your phone dies, your phone doesn't work where you are. I've been in countries where I was told by my carrier that my phone would work, and when I got there, it was really shoddy. And then they also give you a very large survival and rescue blanket. Now, this is very big. This is a Made in America rescue blanket, and it actually looks pretty durable, unlike some of the ones you would pick up on Amazon. It's heat reflecting, and it's high visibility. That's why it's in this orange color. And so this is a international translator for personal safety and travel. Point to pictures, communicate worldwide. This is going to give you some do's and don'ts for communication for different parts of the world that you're in. First off, they give you a bunch of maps of the world so you can identify, highly unlikely. But, if you got some crazy stuff going on where, hood's put over your head and you pop up in another country, you might want to know, what country that you're in. This thing lays out a bunch of communication, do's and don'ts, things to look for when you're in different places. So here they have a general help and support, different symbols that you would see for help and support situations that might come in handy. The thing that's going to be helpful with this thing here is that no matter where you are, you can point to these items if you're in a foreign country, and you can explain to somebody this is what you're trying to get for yourself. So this is actually a really neat book. So whenever I deployed to different parts of the world, we did do's and don'ts training. We also did like international driving training, got international driver's license and stuff like that. And they give you a roll of duct tape. Their duct tape is compact and it's covered, so it's not gonna have sticky stuff all in your kit. All right, so what do you think, man? This kit's coming in at about $60. Now, could you put something that's less than $60 together? I think you probably could. Do I want to go through the headache? No. Do I want to go through the headache and see what I'm putting together? Is it allowed in the country that I'm going to? Absolutely not. This kit has been put together where you can throw this in a bag in almost every country you go to. These are common items. There's not knives in here. There's not any food in here. There's not anything that's going to get you going through an x-ray machine, going through a scanner, or anything like that, where you're going to have to really worry about your items getting confiscated or anything like that. That's one thing I liked about the kit. That's what prompted me to buy the kit. And it's really important for me, not just for myself, but for my family, my wife, my mom, as we begin to travel again, as we get further and further away from the situation that we're in. We want to kind of branch out. I was recently, a few years ago, in Belize, and I had a couple of situations come up where I had no supplies with me. This is the type of kit that I would have liked to have. And you know, if you're in different places, having some type of kit with you can be handy. But listen, drop some comments down below. Is this something that you would even think about picking up? If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. Consider joining the battalion. Absolutely check my Discord link in the server. We're always talking about stuff like this. I want to see your personal kits in the Discord server as well. For everybody else that's already a part of the battalion, thank you for stopping by. We'll speak soon.